Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for May the 13th, 2024. Great day for me. Since, let me think. Oh God, now I'm feeling really old. 36 years ago, give or take 8 hours, I was in a hospital having a baby. So, yeah, yesterday's Mother's Day. Today's also kind of Mother's Day for me. So, happy birthday to my baby. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning. What's the hell? How's everybody doing? Thank you, Rachel. So, because Mother's Day and the other Mother's Day happened to hit on roughly the same week, my son celebrates his birthday and Mother's Day at the same time. Usually by my buying dinner, but that's a different story. Good morning, Chris. So, I celebrated Mother's Day yesterday on my own, which is absolutely fine. Walking the dogs, and it was hot, but the dogs were happy. And not id level of hot, just hot for May. And then went out and got myself pizza for dinner. Woo! Which I realize is not very exciting. It's less exciting when I realized I have to jump into a kind of tight dress next Saturday. That's not going to happen. Um, okay, what the hell says, I never understood the appeal of making children, of making children or of having children. They're slightly different. The making part's supposed to be relatively fun. But my husband and I were going to be absolutely child free. And then about 7 years after we got married, my dear, dear, dear beloved aunt passed away very suddenly, very unexpectedly. And she was such a part of our life that my husband and I decided that, well, that spirit is out there in the universe. So we decided because of her passing, we were going to try and have one child. Which we did, obviously. And while we were planning, this is before there was a lot of gender reveal, unless there was a necessity for it, we knew it was going to be a girl. We knew it was going to be a girl. Her name was going to be Ingrid, which is why we have a son. But yes, the spirit of Ingrid lives on in our son. She was an amazing person, and he's an amazing young man. And the hard part was that about 2 months, 3 months, yeah, about 3 months before I had my son, my husband was diagnosed with cancer, which was the beginning of the last, God, how many years? 35 years? 36 years? 35 years before he passed. So that was an adventure for 35 years. Chris says, my birthday is the day after we have Mother's Day. That is on the 26th of May. See? See? But what's the hell? Yeah, no. If you are a I'm not having kids type of person, I'm going to be the last person to argue with you on that one. There are so many hellspawn out there. We used to go to the mall every Saturday, or almost every Saturday, and walk around to remind ourselves we're never having kids. And if Ingrid hadn't passed away, we never would have had kids. But I'm really happy we had my son. And at some point in my stupid adventures, I'm like, I really want to have a second child. And my husband's doctor was going, that's not a good idea after this much chemo. And then I had a dream one night, and I remembered going through labor. And woke up in the morning and went, okay, we're done with that. What's the hell says? I'd be a husband in that scenario, and I'd be thinking, this is the woman I love. I want to make her bottom drawer explode. That wasn't, I don't think that was the thought there. But yeah, I don't get it. When I was going around in life, having kids wasn't the plan. And then we made the very deliberate choice. My husband's currently dead, what's the hell, so it's kind of a challenge. But yeah, that's possibly the best statement I've ever heard, so I think I'm going to have to steal that and keep it. Nope, nope, wasn't fun. Labor and childbirth wasn't fun. but it was also 12 hours of my life. That wasn't too bad. And besides, my parents got to have a child at a point in their life where they got to enjoy it. My nieces and nephews were all born when my parents were still both working full time. After my son was born, I started working for my dad part time, and he got to spend a lot of time along with my mom, taking the baby to the park or walking up to the fire station, looking at the fire engines together. So they had a great time. Have your husband talked to my parents? They've been giving me the silent treatment since they died. Yes. Yeah. I will say that losing him was an adventure, but I had 36 years to prep for it after his first diagnosis, and they gave him a really bad diagnosis. But there was a new miracle treatment they were playing with, and it worked just fine. Thank you very much. She was done with that after about a year. And then 10 years later, a slightly different form of the cancer came back, and that treatment was also experimental, but worked. I mean, the worst side effect he had from the second treatment was he wasn't allowed to play golf or go to the gym for several months because his white cell count was super low. And he was also radioactive, so I had to sleep on the couch for a while. But that's okay. And then round 3, they didn't really catch in time, which I will blame on him a little bit, because he wasn't feeling well, and after a fall, he didn't go to the doctor to get followed up on for almost a year, at which point the cancer had spread. But they kind of kept it in remission for a few years, and then the treatment stopped working. So they tried a bunch of other stuff. And he was resolved. He was going to pull through it. He's in the hospital. He's lost 60 pounds at this point. This is without the chemo. So, something bad's happening. And they said, hey, it spread to your liver and your lungs, and there's nothing we can do because you're too weak. And he's like, I'll gain the weight back. I'll get healthy. We can do this treatment. And his primary doctor's like, okay, let's do that. And his secondary doctor just gave me the look of, we need to go have a talk. And I had the look of, hey, I worked in oncology. You don't need to give me the talk. I know what we're dealing with here. But my husband was resolved. But resolution isn't always the winner. Anyway, so much for that cheerful talk. I have to kill some Borg ships. I have some Polaron damage to do. I don't know if this tune has Polarons. I don't think she does. No, it's the other account that's got Polarons. Let me switch over to the other account. Captain Speed Demon here. So this is when I was studying Danish more than I'm currently studying Danish that I named this captain. Dipship's colony upgrade is slotted. Is it? Is it? Okay, there is a colony upgrade slotted for the dipships. And what we're looking for, everything, including the dilithium, is filled. What isn't filled is your colony ore provisions. If anyone has colony ore provisions that they'd like to donate, because sometimes it's a pain to get rid of them, we have got that in the dipships from Chicago. I swear I filled the rest of these. Oh, we need luxury provisions as well on the 2 projects. So if you've got anything you need from the colony, let me know. Not this weekend, but next weekend, the weekend of Mother's Day for Chris. Sorry, spacing out there. Which will be the 25th and the 26th. We are going to do a Colony Sims weekend, and we need your help for that one. When Ed and I did that the last time, we spent a day moving all of the generators. And you can get up to the generators, get really close to them, and then you put up your shield, your cover shield, and it pushes the generator out of the way. And your goal is to push it about 5 feet away, and this takes a little while. But once you do that, the NPCs can't target the shield, because the shield, well, they're targeting where the shield was. So you need to move it out of shield range, so 5 meters on each one. And then you have to keep the colony awake, because once everybody leaves it, everything resets. So somebody has to stay with the colony. You can just put a tune there. And this is going to be a great use for Carl and Bruce. And they can just sit there. But, if you're not awake and jiggling that mouse at least once an hour, yeah, you know what happens. So that will be a very long weekend. But if you want to join us to run some sims, if you've got tunes that need to do sims, or a colony or a fleet that needs to run sims, this would be a perfect weekend for you to join us. We'll send out more information about that. All right, let's get some polar. Oh, I've got polarons going. Woohoo! Would anyone like to join me for some Borg destruction? And I hope everybody's done their EPO stuff. Great, Rachel. Thank you. I will go private then. What the hell? I don't have you on this account. Yes, I have way too many accounts. What is your name? At least I don't think I've got you on this account. Invitation is sent there, Vixen. So getting back to birthdays, I'm taking my son and his roommate out for dinner tonight, as we typically do. We learned a long time ago, do not go out for dinner on Mother's Day. We chose to do this like 3 years ago when COVID was sort of lifting restrictions. I'm seeing you still being offline there. Okay. Oh, is your name... Oh, please tell me that. I was going to say, please tell me your name is offline. That would be so good. This is going to be private because we do have a Klingon with us. So, but not that I'm too worried about that. Is everybody ready? I'm going to do Infected Conduit Advanced. That shouldn't be an issue. Nah, no, we can do this with 4. I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, so we don't go out for dinner, which is why I had pizza last night. I didn't do anything this weekend related to the game other than my dailies, and that was it. And I didn't do much around the house, as it turns out. I'm not quite sure what the heck I did do this. Oh, I worked. That was it. I worked this weekend. And walked the dogs. But going to Mother's Day dinner in restaurants, even if you pick a restaurant you think no mothers would want to go to, it's an Id.
Good morning.
Good morning, Id. How are you?
It's hot.
Yes, I gathered as much. It is not hot here. It was warm in the sun yesterday, but definitely not a hot day.
We're looking at, with heat index 114.
Is this typical for down there at this time of year, or is this really crazy?
Yes. No, yeah.
Okay. Because we're having a, on the average, slightly cooler than normal spring up here. We've had predicted intense high heat, and it just hasn't happened.
Scanning the nanite transporter. Done. Additional data is available.
Yeah, it'll only get worse. Like Rio Grande City the other day hit 131.
Scanning the
Yeah.
nanite transporter. Done. Additional data is available. The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
How was your weekend?
It was not as effective as I would have liked. I didn't get as much done. I did move the rocks. I borrowed a dolly, a refrigerator dolly from my office,
Destroy it.
and used it to move these huge rocks that that the previous owners had thought were really attractive and left on the side of the house just kind of stuck in the ground. I'm not sure what the fashion sense was there or the aesthetic, but what I now have is a bunch of rocks that are covered in moss and mold, which have been moved into the backyard and made into a nice small version of Stonehenge. We'll call that Momhenge, which is kind of where the fire pit will be. One of my coworkers said, just move them in the backyard, make a circle, and that's your fire pit. Make sure there's nothing flammable underneath it. And then when you've got time and money, you can make a proper fire pit. I thought, well, that's a good use. See if I can survive this real quick.
Oh, I did a thing.
What did you do?
I made a new character.
Ah.
I'm gonna basically make them all green. And I was short like maybe 60 lobi to get the costume from the lobi store, right?
Yep.
So I had all that Zen saved up, so I bought a single ring of 10 keys.
Oh, I heard about this, but tell everybody else.
First ship out of the box, Protostar. First key.
Well,
I was like, I was like, huh.
this is definitely your day. I want to say Joshua told me about it, but
He was there. Yeah, I think he was there when I opened it.
that is just an amazing, amazing way to start the day. Well, congratulations on a protostar. Woo.
Now the big question is,
Mm-hmm.
do I keep it and put it on Yuri for a tour of the galaxy build? Do I sell it, or do I do something else with it?
That is a superb question. And what's it going for if you sold it? Do you know?
Almost half a bill, I think. Let me look.
Half a bill. I would say half a billion isn't that much. I mean, they were originally going at 2 billion. Or just shy of 2 billion.
So we pull it out of storage, come over to the and drop it in here. There is currently none on the market.
Which means if there are any, they're in things like the trading channel, which has disappeared. I think the trading channel shut down.
Yeah.
Or they've gone all private. Chris, you don't have to accept that. I'm just going into space dock here. Well, you could put it on the exchange for what you would like to get out of it. I mean, what would be the ship that you would use for your Tour of the Galaxy build if you didn't use the Protostar?
Um, if not the Protostar,
Mm-hmm.
um, Probably the legendary. What is it? Ambassador? No,
Let's
not the ambassador. The um, not the ambassador. Sorry. Enterprise B.
Enterprise
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Is that a Zen ship or is that a lockbox ship?
Um, that's a 10th anniversary ship,
Okay,
I
so
think.
in order
Yeah.
to get the 10th do you have the 10th anniversary bundle?
Oh, oh yeah,
Oh, well, but then you've already got it.
yeah.
Do you have another use for the Protostar?
On another tune, no, because my actual Prodigy tune already has it.
I would say if you don't need it for this build and you've got another ship that you could use for it, why don't you try putting it up for like 1.8 billion and see if anybody bites on it? Because if nothing else, then you got 1.8 billion EC.
Right. So, let me share this with you. The At last check from 3 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
the the sector space speed record is currently 275.88,
Jeez.
and
I have never once on any of my tunes in any iteration of Tour the Galaxy toured the galaxy. However, we are now T minus 20 days. Actually, it is officially 21 days from today will be the beginning of my pseudo semi retirement.
hmm, I might need to get a bottle of something nice.
Well, it's not that nice. It's not like the official retirement. That's going to be roughly a year away, I think. Unless, of course, something happens at work and I get to step down and do that. 275.88. Protostar. Okay, well, so were you thinking about doing this build?
Um, I'm thinking about it because I've got most of it.
Okay, so Protostar, Temporal Science Spearhead, Klingon Honor Guard combat impulse engines with the speed boosts, Gamma Synergistic Overcharged Warp Core, Diplomatic Immunity, Assign Rating. Oh, I didn't know Assign Rating Party gave you a speed boost. Interesting.
Yeah, those two are hard to come by because you have to have somebody actually apply it to you.
How long does it last when it gets applied?
Um,
That's okay, I'm pulling it up, don't worry.
$3,600.
Okay, so that lasts for an hour. So you could put it on, you could have a second account that
Hmm.
has that, put them both in the same setting and then apply it, or have somebody there to apply it and then go.
Yeah, because diplomatic immunity comes from a Fed character, assigned rating party comes from a KDF character. So
So in both cases. Interestingly, it gives a 25% sector space boost when using assimilated sub-transwarp engines or the Mako impulse engines or fleet advanced engines. And yet, the engines that we're looking at here, Klingon Honor Guard, is that what I just read? No. But yet it's a bigger... Okay, well, obviously some of the numbers are old. This could be fun. Okay. Synthetic Good Fortune. I do not know that one. Oh, it's from the Equinox. Got it. It's off his Zen ship.
yeah, which worst
Hmm.
comes to worst, I have a free T6 ship coupon to get, I could just pick that up.
Yeah. By the way, did you know, underneath the Reddit link that you sent me, did you ever read the messages underneath there?
The comments,
Yes.
such as,
What
what
do
are you
you?
going to do with all your lizard babies?
Yes, exactly. Sometimes the comments are superb.
Right.
Let's see. What's the hell says I've toured beta and delta. I've never done delta. I've done alpha or beta, or all of beta and some of alpha, or all of alpha and some of beta. But I preferred old school to the new ones. And don't forget the Polaric Flight Console thingy. That's always handy. But old school, you just had to nick the corner to get credit for it. So it actually required not so much strategic planning as really good flight to figure out how to get in there and just touch the corner enough to get credit before you arc through it. Versus now you can technically jump to a lot of them by just knowing which missions they were on and having them queued to go. So like when you have to get to New Romulus, you can put on Sphere of Influence and that'll pull you right into it. And Nimbus, you can do Fistful of Gorn and things like that, and it'll jump you all over the map. Oh, no lizard babies. Your ship's doctor will make the side effects go away off screen. That's not fun. Well, the only other thing I have left on this tune is ground stuff. My other account has just ground stuff, nothing exciting, except it does have board ground, but I know how much Chris loves ground. So does anybody else have stuff we should be doing today?
Let me-
Okay. I did do some of your ground damage while I was doing stuff yesterday. Chris is in Kethy ships. Oh no, the horror. The horror
Let's
of Zen-Kethy
see.
ships. Which I'm not going to do.
Depot tagging, which I've got about 5 hours left to do.
Yep.
Eh.
Yeah, it takes less
Pol-
than a minute. Well, it takes a minute.
Polaron damage in space for 50,000.
Switch accounts.
Destroy 3 dreadnoughts.
Ooh. We got stuff we can do.
And destroy 30 Tholian ships. So let me pull my Polaron weapons out.
Let me grab my other account here. For some stupid reason, I have all of my passwords, though they're completely different, but they all start with the same letter. So I'm sitting there going, let's say it's letter P. Which one is this? And good morning, Patchouli. Speaking of letters P. And I'm getting ready. I came down here to Ryza to have a base of operations. Well, this says I can do Herald ships, but I thought I might as well just save that for later. And mood gorning to you too, Patchouli. So, we have Zen-Kethy ships in space. We have one ground captain. That's a ground thing. We can do ground things. Patchouli had all Borg endeavors. Oh, you are so lucky, Patchouli. I love it when a plan comes together.
Is there a way we can pull off this this thing with a one-stop?
Lots of things. What is it we need to do?
The 50,000 Polaron damage in space.
Easy.
Destroy 3 dreadnoughts. And destroy 30 Tholian ships.
No.
Not even a zero?
No, because there's no dreadnought. It's that Tholian ship thing that throws that off. Maybe, I don't think it even drops a dreadnought when you go to Elite. It's just the regular ones, and I don't even know that the Tholians have a Tholian dreadnought. It doesn't even on Elite. Okay, thank you. Let me do some teaming here. What's the hell says maybe on a red alert the Tholian ships count as dreadnoughts. I think you're right on that. Does the vault have a dreadnought, though?
I don't know. I avoid the vault as much as I avoid what is that one? Coliseum.
The vault, the TFO, not the vault, the episode. Only. Oh, it's a thought. The vault TFO. Obisek says it's the Tholian flagship at the end. So yeah, technically, I think we could get away with it. You want to give it a try?
Sure.
Okay. Everybody up for that? What's the hell? I sent you an invitation if you want to join us. Totally up to you. And if you didn't get the invitation, there we go. So yeah, let's try the vault, the TFO, not the episode, and see what happens. Yep, plenty of space damage. Well, 50,000 doesn't take any damage.
Yeah.
The vault ensnared. Let's go advanced on that one.
We will.
Wee woo. And besides, it's something different than our usual stuff. That TF. Oh, it's not bad, Chris. Have you got them all queued up, Rachel? Have you got like a rainbow build going? Or if not, don't worry. We'll do something else. It is not. It's just like a shooty thing. It's just lots of shooty. And with a good team, it goes fast. Well, fast enough. I was running one of Ed's ships, which he had a unrefined rainbow build on, but it wasn't enough to do the 500,000 damage. So Chris, fly the other way and let somebody else do the cloud.
Many of our forces are defending.
I can fly left so Chris doesn't have to deal with the cloud. Everybody else... Sorry, I can go right so Chris doesn't have to fly into the cloud. Ooh, don't we all look pretty in our ships today? What's the hell, and I have twin ships. Ooh, we're so pretty today. We're so pretty. Rachel's feeling adventurous too.
Okay, all I got left is the dreadnoughts. Which means I can stop for a second and put on my good weapons.
Yes, you can. Well, if I know I have something like 50,000, I'll just throw on a Polaron beam, not do the whole build.
My ship is through damage. Continue. Heading evac coordinates.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Chris. I was listening to Dapper Dinosaur last night. It was something from earlier in the week that I hadn't listened to, and he was doing not a reaction, but a review of somebody with some interesting information, inaccurate but interesting information, and he was 30 minutes into it because he had no guests and it wasn't a live stream before he realized that he had not put on their side of the conversation. So you had no idea what they were saying. You were just hearing his Dead quiet, dead quiet, dead quiet. Yes, but given this circumstance, blah, 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 and this is the correct information, I realized I do that all the time.
I constantly have conversations that I did not actually have.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Like, I could have sworn I told you this.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, there's the other side of that, which is my husband would say, you remember doing this? I'm like, no. He goes, yeah, we did this, this, and this. I'm like, I don't think I ever heard this from you before. I'm sure I told you. Am I losing it? Or is he losing it? Or did he tell his brother? It makes you wonder sometimes. All right. See, Chris, it wasn't that bad. So far. Now we just need to get to the end. By the way, I was working on the bread recipe for the cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
I found a new way to not do it.
Nice.
I was playing around with stuff and just screwed up the baking time and... Nope, nobody, nope, nope, nope.
Got a new doorstop?
Yeah, you clearly... That's what it tastes like, too. And it's funny, it's just one slight change in ingredients from the last one, which was pretty dang tasty.
You can call that the whole door loaf. Because it holds the door.
You could do that, but you could also call that the Holdo loaf, because you could throw that at a starship and it would go right through and destroy it. That thing was dense. I wanted a little bit crustier crust, so I started out with 15 minutes at 450 degrees and then reduce it to 350 for the remaining 45 minutes, or 30 minutes. No. Nope, 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 no, no, no. It's definitely crusty in the sense that it's dense. It's finished dense bread, as my husband would call it.
Maybe give it a quick soak in like an alkali, like we do with bagels.
Well, if I can slice it today on day 2, I'm not sure I can. I will slice it up, cube it up, make myself a bunch of croutons, and have salad this week. Because somehow I have to lose 5 pounds between now and Saturday. And I'm going out to dinner tonight. To which my son would say, yes, but we're going to a steakhouse. It's all protein. This is true? But the all-protein concept only works if you don't eat anything else ever. Don't they make the trails coming in anymore? Or at 2.5 minutes.
Tholian vault web is 40% complete.
Oh, thanks, Rachel. I was just going up there and everything just kind of turned into space dust. Twenty seconds.
The Tholian web is collapsing. Excellent. The vault is secure, but we are not. Sensors show
Go get 'em, Ed.
reinforcements approaching at high warp. Prepare for battle. Defeat the Tholian flagship if you can.
Engage the Tholian flagship immediately. The named Tholian flagship. That's over here. It's the Seldspar, Id. I'll get the tarantula. If you go get the other one.
The Tholian flagship is defeated. Excellent.
Yay!
That was one.
How many did you have?
3.
Oh, well, I guess we're gonna go do Hive Onslaught.
That's 2.
Oh, there's... Go. I'll stop shooting at things. Wow, I didn't realize there was 2 in that one. Yay! Go Team Venture! Let's see who else has what to do. So that gave you your Polaron and your Tholians and 2 of your 3, correct?
Correct.
Oh, you know what? Chris has Zenkethi. Let me just double check that. Chris has Zenkethi. You want to do Zenkethi front, everyone? Yeah, but what's the hell if we've got a Zenkethi to help Chris out? Let's do that one, and there's definitely a Dreadnought in that one. I don't think a Tarantula counts as a Dreadnought. I've never had that happen for me. I think maybe just that Tarantula counts. Is everyone up for Zenkethi Front?
I'm game.
Okay, I'm just checking with everybody else. Chris, good for you? Oh, what am I saying? Chris, it's for you. Do it. Weeboo?
We will.
Buy another drink. Maybe it'll bring you good luck. How are you gonna spend your winnings?
So before I hit the liquor store next time, I've decided to at least finish off one more bottle of something I've got in the house. And I still have, from Friday, like a quarter of an inch of good whiskey left in the bottle. Left it on my desk with the glass here all weekend, and it stayed there untouched.
The time for battle is over.
Prefer to keep my whiskey in the jarro.
Say
Sorry.
that again?
I said I prefer to keep my whiskey in the jarro. Sorry, bad musical pun there.
Teammates have captured the bomb. Protect them.
Have you got that bomb?
Got a bomb.
Do you need help?
Possibly.
Okay, I'm right behind you.
Teammate has captured the bomb. Protect them.
Do this without getting caught.
Which one are you going to? Let me get over there and start it up. And Rachel's on the way too. Should be able to set it off.
3, 2, 1, go.
Another Zenkethi base has been destroyed. There are 3 left.
I really want the count counts for this. 3! 3 left. No, this would work better if I was actually doing my aggro thing.
Teammate has captured the bomb.
Bomb. Where'd it go to?
There's going to be another one here if you lost that one. I want to take out this battleship before it takes out the starbase. There we go.
Your teammate has captured the bomb. Protect them. Your teammate has captured the bomb. Protect them.
3, 2, 1, and it's loose.
There was a bomb floating up there by the starbase. Oh, Rachel's got one. Oh, Rachel has one. Rachel, where are you going?
Only one Zinkevi base left. Ah, they're sending a dreadnought to stop it.
Has anybody got a bomb?
Dreadnought on an attack vector. Destroy it! Your teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them. All Zinkevi bases destroyed. They have a dreadnought with some fight left in it, however. We have defeated
I presume you got 3.
and defended the
Yep.
front
Hey! Chris, did you get all the Zenkethi you needed?
now secure.
Before anyone destroyed a single starbase. Yeah, team kills are fine. Just cleaning up the map before I leave for the day. I got time for one more. Who needs what?
That completes my ground healing endeavors. That's maxed out now.
Oh, nice. I'm just about maxed out on everything. I think I have something weird for my last one on the other account. But it's down to you have your choice between this one and the same one.
I need one more for max shield on ground. Then 5 for damage alpha. I'm not even going to count how many for gamma.
Yeah. I think it's Gamma's the one I have left.
Yeah.
Patchouli says, team killed lately in a TFO caused by the dude flew into the explosion caused by directed to lithium burn. Yep. Don't do that. But if you know that a teammate's going to drop that, then talk to them. Rachel, what's the hell? Chris, what else do we have left? Id, what do we have left? You said you're done?
Yeah, I'm done. Besides eco tagging, which,
Well, yeah, that'll, like I said, that takes 1 minute. I was going to do it for you yesterday. I thought, I didn't know if you needed it or not.
I took care of the last bit of the phaser damage on ground earlier with like 30 minutes left on the rollover.
Hey, what's the hell needs one ground captain? Would you guys be up for a super fast patrol of Jupiter Station Showdown?
Sure.
I know Chris is not a huge ground fan, but offering it to you, Chris. Well, it is a patrol, so if you want to join us, Chris, just pick the patrol. Otherwise, everybody else, let's do Jupiter Station Showdown. I will take this off Elite. I went on to it, accidentally leaving it on Elite with a brand new tune yesterday.
Are you going normal or advanced?
Advanced.
Okay.
I can do ground station.
And Jupiter.
Jupiter Station Showdown. It's the one with all the Borg on the ground, and then we get Janeway at the end, which would would that count as a kill though for Captain?
Think so.
Okay. What's the hell says Nukara Transcendental would be faster. So okay, let's do that one. So I'm going to queue us up for Nukara Transcendental, if that's okay with you, Id.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let's do it this way. Oh, shoot, we have to have 5 for that one. That's the only drawback. Well, let's see if somebody's going to jump in and join us. Oh, somebody jumped in and joined us. Weeboo?
We will.
Just be nice to, what's the hell, let him take out the Tholian captain.
Yep.
Hopefully the other person will. I wish this was one that they would let us go into it on the private queue with 4 people, because we can do it with 4. We can do it with 3. But it's one of the ones where you have to have 5 because reasons.
All right.
Up, this is the wrong one. This one on self-destructive. This is the one that you can fail on. Well, we're here. I always forget what we're doing here.
Not what I wanted to hit.
Can't remember what we're trying to do. Protect the devices so they blow up? Is that it? Keep core at 50%. Use no more than 5 consoles. What do we need consoles for?
Consoles? We don't need no stinking consoles.
Hey, Patchouli, when you get to that part, just turn off the audio. Put on some good music. Oh, that was effective. Well, Ball Lightning should be renamed the Bug Zapper for down here. We're on stage 4. Oh, well, we didn't keep the core at 50%. Oh, well. Ooh, that kind of looks captain-y. There's a webmaster over there. I don't know if that counts as a captain. I'll stop shooting the webmasters. No, I don't want to shoot the webmasters. Okay, I still don't get that one. Did you get a captain out of that? Okay, let's try the other one real quick.
Oh.
If you guys are good with that. Did we lose you, Id?
Yeah.
Dropping out?
Yep.
Okay. Well, in that case, since we don't have 4, I will call it quits. And my apologies for queuing up the wrong one there. And once again, I don't get that one. I never figured it out because I don't play it enough.
A good ground captain would be the stronghold up on the bridge. There's the
Oh yeah,
pirate.
that's the
They-
easy peasy one. Actually, if you go to Nimbus and you pick up that one mission from Yamlin Nuck for not Creatures of the Desert and not the Orion Contraband, the other one, and you do that, not only do you get a captain, you get the lithium out of it. So easy for that one. Anyway, I'm going to head off to work then. Let me disband the party here so you guys aren't stuck with me. Have a great day, everybody. I will not be on tonight. I will be shoving food in my face with my son because, that's what we do. And I will be back tomorrow. So everyone, have a wonderful morning. Thank you so much for being here. Go have fun. And are you ready, Ed?
Yes.
Stay moopsome.
Moopsy.
Shun the non-believer. Shun. Shun.